Welcome to NinonSpeaks. I'm your host, NinonSpeaks, and my co-host is AJ Dean. Sit back and enjoy the show. Welcome to NinonSpeaks. I'm NinonSpeaks, your host for the next, I don't know what it is, 26, 28 minutes, but anyway, it's a long time. We have two fabulous guests, but without our guests, nothing happens. So I want to thank them in case I forget at the end, because usually we're chit-chatty and we forget to thank them. Before we go any further, my lovely and wonderful producer, which is AJ Dean, who is my co-host, she does all the introductions, so I don't know who anybody is. So you go ahead, AJ.
Hello and good day, Ninon. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. We have two fabulous guests today and an amazing show. We have DaKidRiz, who is a musical artist and producer. He writes his own songs and he's going on tour. He's a fabulous guy, and we're going to talk about his songs and his life and the fun projects that he is involved in. And we also have the fabulous Yeshim Saydan, and she is a social media strategist and expert. And so she's going to help us and give us some tips on how we can gain followers and increase our social media presence. So welcome.
Other applies to KidRiz too. Kid, we're going to get you out there. Hey, KidRiz, how are you?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
I'm doing great. You know, it's lovely to have you on. I'm in Vegas, so I'm where the entertainment world is, which is apparently where you probably should be.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you should be on. Where are you, KidRiz?
Right now I'm in Texas currently, but I'm originally from Canton, Ohio.
Oh, you're from Canton, Ohio. You're in Texas. So what on earth are you doing in Texas?
Man, grinding every day. You know what I mean? Making this music dream a reality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you're the only one who can do it. Did you know that?
Yes, ma'am.
For you. You know, a lot of people make the mistake of getting an agent or a manager and they sit back and wait for them to do all the work. And it kind of doesn't happen that way, though you can't really not have a manager and not have an agent because that's what you have to have. But it's all very difficult trying to get, because there's so much competition out there, isn't there?
Yeah, it's a lot of competition.
Yeah, but you know, there is no competition. I'm gonna tell you why, KidRiz, because you are the competition.
Yeah.
All right, Yesham, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing very well. You're a very active young lady, aren't you?
Yeah, I hear that a lot. I guess I like to live life fully, and somehow it comes across.
And yes, it does come across, which is nice to see, because then, you know, you're living the life that you should be. You know, I'm always saying to everybody, and this is a message I'm putting out there a lot lately, is to live the journey and don't live for the destination. Because we seem to live for the destination. We seem to live, well, when we get there, but we don't live actual the time getting there. So I always say, live the journey, because the journey to get where you're going is probably one of the most beautiful things to do, and to recognize it. So what do you do, Yasin?
I am a social media strategist. So I help my clients attract their ideal clients on social media. So instead of running after them to sell, it's more to attract them with their services and also to build their personal brand on social media.
So obviously, how long have you been doing this?
Since 2013.
Oh, so you're quite recent. You've only been doing it for 7 years. Because I was going to say, I think there's quite a difference in social media now than there used to be. It's completely different. Even from the last sort of, since the pandemic, actually the pandemic changed everything. That kind of got us at home. It got all of us sort of looking at what is social media. Did you do well in those the times of the pandemic?
Yes, because a lot of the in-person events turned to virtual events. Yeah. And to fill up those events, like one of my services, which is LinkedIn marketing, is very, very powerful. And I think a lot of people now doing those virtual events they needed more traffic to for those ticket sales or for their websites.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so you were the one to do it. KidRiz, what do you think? I mean, isn't this something you kind of need, or do you already have it?
Well, you know what I'm saying? You definitely got to stay relevant on the social media side. You got to definitely attract all your fans and stay in contact with them. You know what I mean? Basically building that relationship so it stick with you the whole time. So it's definitely a needed service. So
now, isn't it very different, KidRiz, when you're in the music industry, because you have to go to all those platforms where you're going to put your CDs, I presume. Do they still call them CDs, or have they got a new name for them that I don't know of?
I'm pretty sure they still got the CDs, you know what I mean? But a lot of the music traffic has been through the streaming side here lately. So.
Streaming, that's what it is now. Because I've been hearing a lot about the streaming, because I have another show and we're going to go streaming on it because it's streaming. And I'm one of those people, I want to keep up with the younger generation. And KidRiz, you definitely look like the younger generation. How old are you, KidRiz?
27.
20, oh, you are young. That's 27, that's my lucky number. So when you go to social media, and this is for you to listen to, Yashim, is what platform do you go in the music industry to get your CD out there?
Well, right now, the strong point of the music industry right now is TikTok. You know what I mean?
Really?
Being a presence on TikTok. Instagram is still one of them. You know what I mean? Just using every platform that you can for social media to help advance you in the music. So
TikTok. Now on TikTok, can you and you can answer this, Yashim, too. TikTok, are you able to play a complete CD, or do you only have to pick out a part of it? Which one wants to answer? Okay.
You can pick out a part of it, like you can, like, depending on, like, the main attraction videos are like between 10 and 20 seconds. So they'll pick like 10 to 20 seconds of your song, whatever part of the song you think is the best, they'll use that. And then if other people like it, they'll share the song. And then that's just a fast way for people to hear your music. So
you've got to pick out that little piece in there that's going to be a dynamite piece that people are that's going to hook. It's going to take a hook. Is that correct, Yasham?
Yes, because right now TikTok even introduced 3 minutes videos. So if you wanted, you could have the whole song playing. But we now have the attention span of even less than a goldfish. So you expect people to listen to the whole song in one go.
They won't
happen. Exactly.
They don't.
Those 15-second videos are very popular on, it started with TikTok, and Instagram modeled after them, called it Reels. So those 15-second videos on Instagram are skyrocketing across all the industries. And of course, then YouTube had to come up with theirs. So they call it Shorts on YouTube. Now they also have the 15-second ones. And we should definitely create some shorts for your show as well, because I saw the amazing YouTube videos, and those shorts are literally used as a trailer, like these advertisements on TV.
Yes,
to inspire people to watch the whole show. Yeah.
And it's funny you should say that, because I've been saying to all the people that work with me and around me and everything else, I said, and they've got these great big long credit things and long intros. And I said, you can't have a long intro. I said, they'll watch it for 1 second and they'll switch you off. If you're not going to get to where you need to get to within 2 seconds or 3 seconds, you've had it. And that's just how it is. And they say, oh, no, everybody. I said, no. Even the older generation don't have the patience. Even the old, I understand the young kids, the new generation, they all sort of, they're out there, they've got the new thing going. But the older generation, they don't have time either. I think that's pretty cool.
There are so many things that are getting our attention, right? So really the competitor of TikTok is not Instagram or YouTube. It's really your even your boyfriend, your husband, or your friends, or anything happening, and maybe your stomach, which is hungry or thirsty. So
and moving fast. It's a fast world, isn't it, where we're living in. And now back over to you, KidRiz. Since we're living in a fast world and everything's going sort of in a boomerang way, do you make your songs a little shorter, or do you make them a little different? Do you put an edge on them to the words you pronounce? By the way, do you sing or rap? What?
I do both.
You do both?
Yes,
oh,
ma'am.
okay. Your sound went off somewhere. What happened to your sound?
I have no clue.
Oh, you're there. Oh, you're back again. Only because I was thinking that if you make your sound a little different and maybe a little faster, you know, to get the younger generation, because you're in the younger generation, to catch them, is that the new thing?
Yes, ma'am. It's just like,
how do you do that?
Stay relevant, knowing the times of the music that you're making. So studying the music that you make and looking around you, seeing what people like, seeing the atmosphere that it creates for the people, and making it your own, making your own lane and doing your own way of music. So I tend to keep my music around 2 to 3 minutes, no longer than 3 no more, because nobody's listening to a 3-minute song.
No,
like you said, the attention span of Instagram, how fast we slide down our phones is just so short. So people want what they want as soon as they see it. You know what I mean? The demand is really high now, and the bar for music is real high. So I tend to just study.
Now, what do you mean the bar for music is real high? Are people listening to the latest music more now than ever before?
Yeah, it's just because it's so easy and accessible for you to listen to now. Like back, like a couple of years, I say like 5 years ago, you had to buy everything on iTunes. So you used to decide if you wanted to buy a person's whole album on like iTunes for $10. Well, now you can pay $10 for a month and stream any type of music. You know what I mean? Spotify is a big play in that as well. So Spotify playlist and
what exactly? I mean, I know what Spotify is, but what exactly is Spotify? It's a music channel on the internet, right?
Yes, ma'am. It's almost the same thing as Pandora, like a radio station.
Okay, so then I'm going to turn around and say, what's Pandora? I'm going to go down the line with you. Yeah,
it's just a platform that you submit your music to, and people around the world, if they like similar music, your music will pop up, and then you just kind of see your basically your graphics and your stats of where your music is being played.
Is it hard for, and I'm asking this, I do know the answers, but I'm asking these questions purposely for the younger generation, for the newcomers coming along, and they know what Spotify is, they know what Pandora is, and they know what all these, but do they know to put on something very short and very sweet? Can they hear a little bit of your CD and then, I guess, download it to hear the whole thing, but would they have to pay for that?
Not necessarily. Like I said, if you pay for the actual app itself, then you can stream any type of music, anybody's music, if it's on that platform for free.
Oh, awesome.
I did want to, can I ask a question? DaKidRiz has his own merchandise, which is huge for the young generation. I wanted him to promote that and mention that. Talk a little bit about that, please.
So right now I'm actually, right now I have one exclusive brand called Pleuvoir. It's actually a famous person named Gunna is his brand that I've been brand ambassador for. So my brand is family. I stand for forget about me, I love you. And it's just big, you know what I mean? So sometimes it's about putting the next person in front of you. You know what I mean? That's how sometimes you get your blessing faster. It's just, you know what I mean, being humble, being grateful, and with the gratitude. So that's what I
agree with that. Give somebody else the credit and you take the money.
Yes,
that was my husband's always thing. He said, give everybody the credit. He said, give me the money. But it's a good way, you know, and he would do that. What do you think of this, Yasham? What do you think of what he's talking about, especially with the very short videos and also the clothing line? Everybody seems to be doing not the same thing, because you're doing something a little different, KidRiz. What do you think of this?
And actually, you know, this year it's really like, so last year with COVID, we really saw everyone going online, even at a bigger scale. And this really started the creator economy. So by creator economy, what I mean is literally if you have a cell phone, that's all you need to start your YouTube channel, your Instagram, you know, and with everything shifting more to video, all of us, we are creators. Yeah. So now that whole creator economy, just like we had the e.com boom in the 2000s, Now it's all about people creating whatever they wanted to create in the world. And now all social media platforms recognize this. So Snapchat started to reward by paying creators. And creators, this could be someone like you who already has a show. It can be someone like me who maybe just wants to pick up the microphone and say, I believe in, I don't know, Black Lives Matter or whatever it is that I want to believe in. Now we have the platform. And now this triggered that race and competition between social media platforms, that when Snapchat started paying people for literally creating content on Snapchat, then YouTube started, then Instagram started. So now
TikTok. Doesn't TikTok have it as well, don't they? Sorry? TikTok has it as well.
Exactly. Sorry, that one I missed. You think you are not following, but you know, every comment you make, I'm like, she's following very closely.
I have to. I've got a high standard to keep up there. Everybody thinks I know everything, and so I've got to pretend I do. So I throw in a few words there, but
no, absolutely you do. Like, I think you really understand the logic, especially, and so now actually for people like, sorry, I keep on forgetting your name. So the gentleman.
Ninon.
Oh, Ninon. Oh.
No, not Ninon, the gentleman's name.
DaKidRiz.
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 For KidRiz, or really anyone in the entire world, now you don't only make money when you create content with the sponsorship deals or the products that you sell off of those. Now, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, they all pay you to create content on their platform.
Speaking of content, Yesham, do you have a question for Ninon that you wanted to ask her?
Who?
On content?
Yesham, did you have a question that you wanted to ask Ninon in general?
Go ahead and ask me. Ask if I can answer it.
But I'd rather ask it privately and not in the show.
No, go on, ask me on the show. Go ahead, do it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So I've been taking care of my parents like the last year. So I've been in Turkey, and because of the very, very expensive health treatments that, you know, I'm sponsoring. I mean, I'm supporting them with.
Yeah.
For a number of reasons, I want to take my business to the next level, and I need to help some well-known entrepreneurs, or and you know, so get more press.
Okay, so, I'm going to give you one name, because this is where I go to a lot, and it's called Google. I go to Google a lot. If I can't find something out, or if I need something, I go to Google. But I think what you need to do first, Yashim, is I think you need to find out who you want and how you, and what that you want them to do for you. And instead of going all over the place trying to get funding, or trying to get people to help you, or trying to get contacts, work out in your own self for what you want first. Because when you have a clear mind of what you want and where you're going, it'll be much easier to find it and get it. Because they're also looking for the same thing as you're looking for. They're looking for exposure. Most people that do funding or give funding or whatever, and this also applies to you, KidRiz, that most people it's not that they want to help anybody, but if they've got an abundance amount of money, they either give it to the tax people or give it to a foundation. So, you know, and a lot of the majority of them want to give it to a foundation, because you'll find a majority of people are very, very kind, and they like to give, and they like to And they also, it's like if someone sponsors me, what do? I usually put their name up there so they get recognized. Some people don't want to be recognized, but most people do. But I think you've got to have a clear, rather than being all over the paper, all over the books and all over the place, just try to guide yourself. It's like you have a job or you have something you're very good at. You take that thing you're very, very good at. You might not like it, but you take that where you can make money you're very good at. Then all the other little things that you enjoy and you want to do, then you make room for those to come in. But pay attention to that one thing. So I think you need to pay attention to what you want. And if you want funding, and you've got to go to the people that will help you do what you need to do. I don't know where you want your money. I don't know how much money you need. There is no limit of money out there. There is more money out there than you can shake a stick at. And that applies to you also, KidRiz, because you can do the same thing. I don't know if you need to, because it sounds like you're doing very well. And if you don't need money or you don't need funding, then don't waste your time with it.
Everybody needs money. Everybody needs some type of money.
Yeah, but you're out there getting it. You're out there. You don't need to have a foundation give you money. You need to sell things. But you're more on the selling side of things. So this applies to you as well, KidRiz. Is find your niche, and you said it earlier. I do pay attention sometimes. You said that you're into the family clothing, so you're into all the family, and so therefore you've got like at least 4 people in one household you can dress.
Yeah, right. Like
so
right now,
so you look at that.
Currently, I just got some shirts in. You know what I mean. So I just
can you show us some? Can you show us one? We'd love to see what they look like to KidRiz.
This is one I'm taking tomorrow to Phoenix because I have a Shade 45 interview. It's just something simple. It says family.
Oh, look at the family. I love it.
I love it.
It's
beautiful.
You know, that's what I've been working on. But I'm also big into manifestation too. So I'm big into like putting it in front of your face and believing it before it even happens. So for anybody that needs it, you know what I mean? You gotta believe it can happen first. If you don't believe
something, you are so right. If you put it out there and you have in your mind, family. I like the color. Is that red?
Yes, ma'am.
I love it too.
I love red and black, so I'm with you 100%. I love red and black. I'm like, oh, okay. But and don't listen to other people. Do not, and this to both of you. Do not listen to other people. Oh, you never make it. You'll never do it. Forget that story. Just go ahead. We are all individuals in this world. I have had NinonSpeaks for nearly 20 years. It's always been a very private thing. I usually teach people private one-on-one on different platforms or at my house or whatever. And then AJ came along. I found AJ. She was on another platform of mine and this thing kept coming up and I thought, who is AJ? Let me find out this AJ. And now look what happened a year later. She knew nothing about producing, nothing about a TV show, never mind an internet show. And look what she's doing now. See,
yes, and all because I sent you hearts on your for comments. I mean, look at that, what hearts can do, sending hearts, because I really loved your programs and I was genuine about, expressing that. And then that ties in with what you said to KidRiz about being family, that you're authentic and you want to bless people and you want to be kind. And then it comes back all good things, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And it does. It comes out. If your heart's in the right place, believe me, you will go there. And that applies to you, Yashin. I keep saying, I'm probably saying your name wrong, but that's okay. Anyway, at least I'm calling you something. but
you clarify, I'm not looking for funding. I just need to get references from a few well-known entrepreneurs.
You can get them. All you have to do with that is ask them. All you have to do is write them a beautiful letter with a beautiful heading, your logo and your whole bit, and ask them that you need a recommendation from them, or would they mind doing that? And believe me, they will. They will.
I first have to do their work, and
no, you don't have to do any work with them first. You can just ask them for right away. I've done that before. I've asked for recommendations and they don't know who I am and they've given me a recommendation. But they also know what I've done in the past because they look up on the internet and they can see, you know, who I am and what I am. So I do have a little advantage there, I guess. I don't know. Right, kid?
Yes, ma'am. That hard work. Hard work.
It's hard, isn't it? Hard work. I'm still working. I'm not going to tell you how old I am. Yeah, I'll tell you how old I am. I'm 39 and I'm holding. I've just been holding a long time. That's all. But anyway.
I have a question, if I may,
Yeah, go ahead.
for DaKidRiz. I'd like him to take the platform a little bit and talk to us about his songs, his message to the world, and his current projects, what he's happy about, some of the highlights.
Yeah,
Take it away.
So right now, thank you again, AJ. Right now, I just been working hard. I actually just released my last project called Delight Reloaded with DJ Issa, which is 2 Chainz official DJ. So shout out Street, shout out True, shout out No Stress. Everybody, and believing in myself, you know what I mean? I invested in myself over, I think I say a year ago from today. And I was just like, man, I wanted to start doing everything myself. So I made my project. I presented it to him. He really liked it. It was like, let's put it out. We put it out. The first one was called just Delight. A lot of people loved it. So he's like, let's put out another one. Like literally like 3 weeks later, we put out another one, like 16 songs. Right now I've been on tour going state to state. I was just in Charlotte. I just got back from Charlotte yesterday. I'll be in Phoenix tomorrow. So just moving and connecting and networking, doing everything that I can possibly. Now I've got in ties with, I got 20 on my beat, who is the baby's personal producer, Huncho, some good people out in Charlotte, Chevy, you know what I mean? Like Laura G, just a whole bunch of people in the game. And when they see me, I'm easy to vibe with. So a great people person. So it's easy to connect and talk. And then they see how hungry I am and what I want. And then my message is just for anybody who has a dream not to give up. You know what I mean? Because I remember where I'm from.
Right, absolutely.
The only person that can stop you from doing what you want to do is the person in the mirror. So if you want to do it, just set the boundaries, set your goals, and have people around you that hold you accountable to everything that you want to do in life, and make sure they don't let you fall in the cracks, and you just keep it going, and then everything gonna happen, like you said, Ms. Nina, and everything gonna come to fruition as it should.
Absolutely, but you just said something so beautiful. You said the only person that's going to stop you is the person in the mirror. That should be one of your quotes that you should put on your shirts or on your, that should be the only person going to let you down is the person in the mirror. And if nobody gets hold of that and they don't understand that one, well, tally ho the cat.
Thank you for that. That is so wonderful. That was so beautiful, DaKidRiz. You said it so eloquently and so beautifully. Thank you for that. And Ninon, I'm sorry to have to say that we have to wrap up soon.
We have to wrap up soon. So I've got to thank all my audience out there, because like our two guests, you know, they got to do their thing, and now I got to do my thing. I got to thank everybody out there for watching, for putting us out there. We've just won, I think, 11 awards for our show. We've only had it a year, and we've won 11 awards, and they're all for different categories and different things. I don't know what they're all about, but they're really, it's amazing that this happens. But it's because of all the people out there. And as you said, KidRiz, that, you know, the only person who's going to let you down is the person in the mirror. So we're not going to let that happen. That's going to be our new logo. We're going to put that out there. I think we need to have it out there. KidRiz, how can anybody reach you?
You can reach me by Instagram at DaKidRiz, DaKidRiz, or by my website, www.dakidriz.com. Leave a message, it'll come straight to my email, and I can get with you. Anything, if anybody needs me in their state, just hit me up and we can.
Okay, great. Now, Sham, what about you? Where can the people reach you?
So my Instagram handle is my company name, which is easier to remember than my name, and it's at your social media expert. YOUR social media experts.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you both very much. You've both been amazing guests. Thank you, AJ, for putting this together and keeping us on track on the whole bit. Absolutely wonderful. I also want to thank Jeff Dean. Jeff Dean is also in the room, and also Georgette Dante. And the reason I want to mention that Jeff is the one behind the scenes. You never see him because he's always putting all the media stuff together like you do. So I just want to thank Jeff, and thank you everybody out there for supporting us, keeping us out there, and thank you to our guests. Take care. See you soon.
Thank you so much for having us, and thank you, AJ. AJ, I mean, Nino, you have the perfect partner. She could not speak higher of you, so I just want to make sure that you also know it. She really, I can feel how she goes, way beyond because she so much believes in you.
I hope so. Well, we're going to put her on a pedestal.
Oh, only with you, Ninon. Let's raise everybody up together, okay?
We'll be up there together. Absolutely. Take care, everybody.
Right, DaKidRiz?
Yes, ma'am.
Take care.
Thank you.
Okay.
Take care. Thanks. Bye-bye.